be dancing with me.
That's what I was doing when I was doing the chicken dance.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Welcome to a brand new week. Welcome to Monday Night Mojo with LaDonna McAbee from Home Sweet Home Treasures and Olivia Vo. And today is Thursday, August 22nd, 2022. Oh, hey. I think that's a winning lottery ticket number.
Why not?
2222, right? Oh my goodness. Yes. Awesome. Well, you are looking fabulous today, LaDonna. How are you?
I'm great. You are as well. Look at you.
What's your outfit of the day?
I have a blue and white top on with a little bit of bling bling going on over here, and my white sweater with the eyelet type cutouts, and my yellow earrings because I wanted to use the Ukraine colors today. So yeah, I've got my yellow bling bling on, and they're vintage, and I just love these earrings.
Oh, fantastic. Amazing.
And I can see you have some blue and yellow on.
Well, look at this. I've got yellow earrings on as well.
Hey, there we go.
And yes, we are dressing in yellow and blue in honor of our fundraiser, the very first one that we did, right? Operation Safe Passageway to help Ukrainian refugees. And we've actually got a special guest on today that's going to be talking to us about that fundraising effort. And because she was literally over there, like in the trenches, on those buses. And LaDonna, you and I did a workshop last night, our Sparkle workshop with Chris Dyer. So yes. I got this. I bedazzled. I embellished my glasses.
I love those. And then I worked on my journal.
Nice.
The footprint and the heart. I'm really loving it. I love the journal, by the way. Love it. Can't wait to fill it up.
And it's soft because you like soft things.
I love soft and lightweight. It's not real heavy like so many journals are.
Excellent. Awesome. Awesome. Well, you did a fantastic job. That was a fun workshop. Hopefully we'll have Chris Dyer on as a guest at some point too. So
yes.
So if you're just tuning in, welcome to all of you. Welcome to Monday Mojo. Let us know how you are doing today. And let's bring on our special guest. So I think she's here waiting in the studio. So everyone, please help us welcome Juanita Harvin of EurWay Tours. Hey, Juanita.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Woo, welcome back.
You have been traveling so much.
Welcome back, Juanita. You look fabulous. It's a good hair day.
It is a good hair day. Yes, thank you. This Florida weather can get you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You've got on a pretty top as well. I mean, what are you wearing today? What's your outfit of the day?
Oh, today, lace.
Oh, yay.
It's nice and cool, a little airy, So, yeah, something bright. Because isn't it, you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day or something? So I thought, let me wear all my white stuff.
Wear white all year long, Juanita. Come on.
I think you need to investigate that, LaDonna, because I've heard that growing up too, but I don't know the origins.
It's not really anymore, but that is the way it was when I was growing up. It was.
Yes.
But where does that come from? Like, who made up this rule and why? Is it bad luck?
I think it's something from the social aristocrat somewhere down the road that said something about, after the summertime, that's not really a good color. But there is no etiquette rule out there that says that's an official rule. Some people just kind of,
all these old folk tales, I guess they call them old folk tales. Some of them are right. Some of them are not right. Some of them are not right anymore. It used to be correct. Years ago, you were never supposed to wear bangs if you were over 50. Well, guess what? You can wear bangs at any age now. And you're fine, So, I mean, it's just, there's so many out there, So drink warm milk right before you go to bed. Well, that really doesn't help anything. But hey, if it helps you mentally, do it.
Right.
Do what you do. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you feel good.
And that is true. That is so true.
Yes, Exactly. I think that's the whole reason why we do Monday Night Mojo, right? Is how do we find and keep your mojo doing things that make us feel good?
Yes,
Mhm.
because so many people want to do what others want them to do to make themselves feel good. And it doesn't work. It may work for a minute, an hour, because it's all fake. You have to find what makes you feel good. How do you want to feel? Your feel good is going to be different than my feel good. So
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, let's hear from Juanita because Juanita, you came on at the exact same moment that LaDonna and I were coming on, on our live streaming adventures.
we
And this
came
was,
a long
Yes.
ways.
this was like maybe end of April. We were planning our shows, and it was always been in LaDonna's heart to have a fundraiser, to organize, partner with another organization or with a cause, and every other month feature a fundraiser. So you were our very first one. Um,
And I was so honored. I am so honored.
and that was May. So for all of May, we wore our yellow and blue. We showed yellow and blue items for sale from homesweethometreasures.net. And so, and then you went to Europe. I mean, you were on Europe for business, right, with your clients. Oh, there it is. And
Yes, yes.
you also got to meet up with Operation Safe Passage. So can you tell us a bit about that journey?
Yes, sure. Yeah. So I had some clients, and the first part of our trip, we went to India and Nepal, and that was just amazing. Of course, this year was the heat stroke year. I mean, everybody had hot weather, so we endured, 108 and 114 temperatures in India and Nepal. Woo! Yeah, it's okay, but we went through it, got through it. Went and visited a nonprofit women's organization called Saba. So I have another project I'm working on down there, helping those women with their entrepreneurship, which was awesome. And then, of course, I went home to Germany and still have some friends there and took a little break. And during my break, I also visited a friend that is my photographer when I do my etiquette teas there. And her name is Hyla. And Hyla had started assisting women. Well, she saw some messages on Facebook, people needing help in Ukraine. And, the war had just started and things. And she was looking and she saw this one message of a woman needing baby food and Pampers and children things, because she had taken in 5 other families in her home in the western portion of Ukraine. And Hyla went, she was like, oh, that's it. We can do that. She and other military spouses there in Stuttgart, Germany, collected, volunteered, and drove to the Polish border. And there they met the woman, gave her the baby food and everything. And the next thing we know, Hyla is finding all these other people there on the border needing help. And that's where the project started with. And they went up with supplies, but they came back with people. And next thing I get is a call is, Juanita, as a travel agent, don't you use a bus company here? And I'm like, yeah. Well, we need help. We need to get people out. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. So the project just kind of started. And I just made some calls. One of our favorite bus companies, the Vater bus company in Stuttgart, Germany, when I called him and he said, Juanita, we're in. You just tell us. We just need the gas money. And we will, I'll get my drivers. We will go and help you get those folks. But then it's like, okay, $2,800 a trip. That's $3,000. And I thought, oh my, okay. Now we got to raise some money real quick. We put up a spot fund. And then I went and talked to my Rotary Club. We always do different types of, charities. And we had we're still doing the Haiti project there with the water project. And I sent the pictures. I went to my Rotary, did a little presentation, showed them all the pictures, told them what we were doing. And I walked out with $10,000 donation from the Pensacola Sub-West Rotary. Oh my goodness. I was in tears because here we were just looking, for maybe a $3,000 donation to get a bus load folks out. And I was in tears. And there was no questions. Juanita, you go get that done. And I says, well, maybe I could, get the pictures, get everything done. Hyla did get a group up there. They then loaded up the entire bottom of the bus with donations, water, milk, diapers, adult diapers, baby diapers, medicines, things that they couldn't get anymore, aspirin, just look, and they loaded up the bottom of the bus, took it in, dropped off the donations with many of the organizations that are there collecting. And then they brought back about 40 individuals to Stuttgart. And people that needed to go out didn't know where to go. And once we got the folks out into Stuttgart, Stuttgart is a wonderful city that's always prepared for things. And so at the airport, they had a refugee center for processing. And they just said, bring the folks in and we'll find them a place. And oh my goodness, you're talking about, making a difference. You think, oh, just one person can't make a difference. Let me tell you, every one of those funding, a lot of people that are still giving to our spot fund, we are still doing projects. We're still sending food and supplies. And it was just one of those things that, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So while I was there, I'm still buying stuff and doing things. And the next thing Hala says, hey, we're going to go in June. Are you still here? You want to go? Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking, okay, I'm here. Let's go. Let's go, Hyla. Let's go. And before I knew it, here we are, and we headed to Ukraine. It's a 14-hour drive. We were blessed enough. We had lots of supplies. We kind of work with a I call it the religious Red Cross in Germany, called Caritas. And Caritas is an organization that I have a volunteer group there in Stuttgart that every Saturday morning they feed the homeless with Sister Margaret at the Franciscus Stube. So through Sister Margaret, who also kind of put out that plea of, I need safety vests for my nuns in leave. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh. She said, Juanita, can you help us raise some money? I'm sitting there thinking, how do you say no to a nun? Okay. Well, okay, Sister Margaret, we're on it. We're going to find it. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, well, you can't just buy that in America. If you start buying, say, those bulletproof vests and stuff. My husband said the FBI and CIA will be at my front door looking at me the next day wondering, what are you planning?
If not the same day.
Right. And I thought, oh, okay. So we got other organizations involved. We found some NGOs that could do that kind of stuff, And we found a NGO in Texas, the Freedom Bound. And those folks, they came and they so assisted us. So when we drove our donations up to the border, we went through Slovenia. Slovakia. And Slovakia, we say in German. And because the previous months, the ladies had gone through Hungary, and it took them almost 4 hours to get through the border. So they said, okay, Slovakia, we're going over there. It wasn't that long. We parked our car on the Slovakian side, and then we went over into the NGO folks came over the border, came to pick us up, grabbed all of our donations out of the back of the van, and we went on over. And it took about an hour, hour and a half. And, once they see that you're there for help, you're there to help. It's not that hard to get in or anything, but we had to have a special letter. You can't just, oh yeah, I got help. So thank goodness the Sister Margaret and the Caritas folks, they wrote out who we were working for, who we collected, monies and things from, and what we were bringing them. And so that made it easier. And then the next 3 days we spent there. We were at a hotel that this woman had purchased. It hadn't been open and she was renovating. So we stayed at the Bacchus Hotel, which was really nice. And oh, so lovely. We woke up every morning to church bells. The church is right next door, and so that was, so you didn't have to worry about, you didn't worry. You didn't realize you were in a country at that point, or any danger. And we went and visited several orphanage homes and a hospital. And they don't have a lot of big orphanages. What they do is have these orphan homes. And this is where, if you can't, at this point in time, many of the Ukrainian folks don't want to leave. They want to stay there. So our focus has changed in making sure, bringing them supplies and things that they need. So these orphan homes have up to 10 children in one home. And usually it's a larger home, or many of these organizations will assist them in adding on a room or two if they need more rooms. And so they'll have up to 10 kids. This makes the children more stable. They go to school, and every one of these places had their own little gardens in the back. They were growing their own vegetables. They were doing it. So it's more of a stable condition. And so the kids can stay there until they're 18, adults, and then can, take on their life somewhere else. And they'll assist them and follow through what they're going to be doing. So that was really neat. We went to a hospital, and the town we were in is called Utskarot. And Utskarot, oh my, it's a nice quiet town, but there was an older hospital that kind of had, well, it was a clinic that kind of had been in mothballs. They really hadn't used it. Well, with the Ukraine war, they had to open it back up. So here they were in the process putting new windows back in, so it was run down. I mean, when you see those old movies back in the day of, third world countries, yeah, we felt like, oh yeah, and we thought, okay, thank goodness. So our big donation of, we had a couple of boxes of medical supplies that Sister Margaret had collected. They were just so happy to get them. And to visit soldiers there in the hospital, that was the most touching things. Our NGO group that was there, several of them are retired soldiers, but they felt that we need to talk to these, soldier to soldier is a whole different thing. And they were talking, and they just needed somebody to talk to. But when I saw these fellas, they had injuries where they had to have those braces, and there's these pins in their arms and down their legs, and they have to stay still. And all I could do was look at the wounds, and I'm looking at these pins, and I'm seeing gauze, so I happened to ask there was one nurse, and I says, how come the gauze is brown? And, Hyla says, I think that's blood. And I'm thinking, oh gosh. And I said, are they going to change that? And she says, we have nothing to change. If we have to change the gauze, we might infect, because all we can do is wash the gauze. I'm thinking, oh my, who washes gauze? Yeah, right. Okay. We brought that stuff. So we were just thinking, oh my goodness. I mean, they're working with the bare minimum. And the soldiers were just so happy to have somebody to talk to. But it was so, after that, the next day, Hyla had went back. One of the soldiers had a spouse there. She took the spouse out for lunch so she could get a break. And she says, we were there, and y'all said you really didn't need much. She says, but I have this feeling you do need. And she says, you know what? Just to help these guys, she says, if nothing else, they're trying to stay in touch with their families. I'm the only spouse that's nearby that can come. The other ones are on the phone. They're trying, these phone bills are getting high. They're trying to entertain themselves. They're looking on the internet. They're keeping in touch with people. But all they're thinking about is going back to the front to go help their fellow soldiers. And you're thinking, oh my goodness. She says, if nothing, they need internet. Internet's expensive. And Hyla says, well, that's an easy one. We bought internet service for that room for 1 year that day. So if that's something we could do with our donations, it was an easy thing, And so we were happy to do that. But we met the Rotary Club there in Utskarot. So that was really, really nice. I met a fella, Flad. They had just purchased an ambulance to take down to the front. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's a big undertaking, because keep in mind, Ukraine they really didn't have a big military force or a big hospital force or anything. So even the soldiers were saying it's so sad when he was in a tank when he was bombed, and he said, here are all of my fellow comrades with me, and I'm, one of the few that came out alive. But when they pulled me out, they just threw them on a truck, he said. They had to get you out of that area. And then from one truck, he said, I went to another Jeep, to get me out of the area. They work on your wounds and they get you stable enough to move you. And he says, oh, an ambulance would really be nice. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, So a lot of those types of stories that we heard and talked to, we knew we're going Hyla has been going back once a month. And she's been networking. She's a good networker. She's like you, Olivia. She puts people together and shows them this, that. And so if she can't provide the assistance, she finds somebody else who can. And so from all of that, Hyla has now gotten a job with one of the NGOs and doing exactly what she was doing as a volunteer, connecting this person with this and everything. So bless her heart. So she's been back again. This time we paid for a lot of the gas. People don't realize that 14-hour trip over there. Gas in Europe right now is about $10 a gallon. So I keep telling my American friends here, we're double. They're double there. Don't be complaining about $5 a gallon of gas, which is one of those things. But one of the other things is that when you see this symbol, okay. So everywhere we saw these symbols, and this is the symbol of resistance. So I had to buy some of these and I brought them back to my Rotary Club and I told them, I says, this is the symbol of resistance there. So when you saw this, you knew you were assisting folks as much as you could, from one Rotary Club, I now am scheduled to talk to several other Rotary Clubs because we're still looking for monies. So my favorite nun, Sister Margaret, at the Stuttgart Francisco Stuba, getting money. We just got a funding. So now we're able to purchase those vests. She got 10 vests. She also got some monies to invest and metal detector machines. Those machines they have a mining issue now because many of the Russians came and put mines in areas. And so can you imagine kids indoors all the time because you can't go out because there may be mines out there. So now we're trying to find some more of this equipment, trying to get it to her, and working those things. But we're still purchasing medicine, food, little things, even Tylenol. I mean, just simple things that you would never even think about. But with many of the donations, which lots of them are private, I've got people from in town. I've got sorority sisters calling. One sorority sister just came and brought me 50 T-shirts that were donated that we can give to the kids because in October, we'll be back there and we're putting together Christmas boxes. So Sister Margaret has, in Europe, they have a Christmas box operation. And there in Europe, what we do is we pack up these boxes and they're just a shoebox and you put school supplies, toiletries, toothpaste, toothbrushes, maybe a little toy or something, underclothing, whatever we can find that we know that they need. And we put it in boxes and they're labeled boy, girl, different things. And this year, the Christmas box project will be going straight over to Uzhgorod because we visited all of those orphans and we've got hospital and we've got different places where we found children that are in need. And so this year's Christmas boxes will be heading that away. So of course, Hyla's going to go deliver those in November as we pick them up in Stuttgart in October. So it seems like it's never ending. We're always, thinking what's next. And let me tell you, Hyla meets somebody there on the border or when she's driving in or something. But one of my heartfelt things was, people asked me, were you afraid? And I really wasn't afraid till we left. Because thank goodness I had a young man that came with us on the trip. He is a student, political science student, and Darius goes to school in Germany, but he's an American. But he had done a semester in Russia. And so he knew some Russian. So thank goodness he was there on the trip with us, because he knew enough Russian, because in Ukraine, those are the only two languages usually spoken. It's Ukraine or Russian. And so Hyla says, okay, I have to stay here for a week, Juanita, but you have to go back to Germany early. So I'm going to send Darius with you. And so me and Darius, after we got all of our donating stuff done and everything, it was a rush of a day, but we didn't get to the border till like 10:30 because we were doing so much donation work, and they wanted us to see the youth hostels and the youth this and we saw everything. But at 10:30 at night, we're in line going back across over to Slovakia. Well, on foot, it seems to be easier. We just had our little suitcases, but all these cars were lined up. And thinking it would be easier in the nighttime to go across the border instead of during the day. But there were still lines. And when we got to the very first check, they checked our passport. He gave us a little slip, wrote down the our names and put a 2 on there. And we thought, oh my gosh, okay. And he points and he says something to Darius, and Darius says, yeah, he says, down to the next checkpoint. Now you're going down this lonely road, and all you see at the bottom of the hill are lights. You can see that there's something going on there, like an overhang. It looks like an old abandoned gas station, with the overhang and stuff. So we're walking in the dark. You're going down to this light, and all of a sudden you hear halt, and you're thinking, oh shoot, oh no, what? Oh no, and I'm like, oh. So we head over, and we see a guard, and the guard is there, and he's pointing and he's saying something, and he's doing like this, and I'm thinking, Darius, I think he wants money, and Darius says, no, wait, let me, and all of a sudden he did like this, so he wants that piece of paper. So from one checkpoint to the next, this guy was just checking how many people were coming down. So then he points us to the next check station. So we went through 2 of these stations. They look at your passport, and then you see the families there lined up because they're checking inside of their car. So once we crossed over the Ukrainian checkpoint, we get to the Slovakian checkpoint, and there in the cars, they take out everything in the car, every box, suitcase. So these families, everything was coming out, and we're showing our passport and everything. We're just like, oh my gosh, just kind of scared. And then they says, ooh, do you have any tobacco, cigarettes, or alcohol? And I'm looking, I'm like, nope, don't. I remembered Darius had a homemade bottle of vodka that his friend from the hotel gave him as a present. And I'm thinking, oh no. And so he showed it, and they looked and they said, oh yeah, that's okay. It's all right. We get to the next, and it's almost like a caged walkway you're going through, and you're sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, okay, are we going to make it? We finally make it through, and I think that's when the adrenaline works up, and you're sitting there thinking, oh my, what were you going to do if they kept you? So here it is, it's midnight. Then over to the side, we see all the trucks trying to get into Ukraine to bring goods. And then you see these containers, and the containers have, all their banners. So you saw USAID, Red Cross, all these. And finally, all of a sudden, we're walking down to where our parked car was. And one of the fellas comes out of one of the containers, and he said something. And I was like, oh no. So Darius started speaking to him in Russian. And then we kept going. And I said, Darius, what did he say? He said he asked us if we needed a ride. So this individual organization was taking anyone, if you needed a ride to the bus station, to the train, to the airport, they were there to provide transportation. So that was kind of good to know that somebody was there to do that. We walk a little bit further, and another lady comes up, and she says something, and he says, she's not speaking Russian. So I said, German, English? She said English. And she says, do you need help? Oh, right there, I think I wanted to cry, but I didn't know, at least there's somebody here to check when people are coming out to see if they are in need of help, because we were okay. We told them it's okay. We have a car, we can go. But there was a family there that came right next to us, and it was a family with two children. They had nowhere to go, no new one, and so here they didn't know what to do, and they took them in. And so what they do then, they register them, they get their names, everything, and then they find them a place to stay, and then figure out which country, if they wanted to go to a certain country or where they were trying to get to. So it just really, I don't think I was afraid at that point. But can you imagine? Here you are, a lot of these people, you're living your life one day, the next day, bombs are coming down and everything, and you've got to leave. And so Operation Safe Passage, in the very beginning, was mainly to bring the folks out of Ukraine and bring them to safe places. And so we did that with 2 bus loads. Now our focus is bringing help to them in the western portions of Ukraine to assist all those people. So it's, oh my goodness, it's heartwarming. I felt like, oh my, the people were just as nice as could be. Oh, and of all places, so here you're there to give them help. We went to 3 orphanage homes. We were almost going to not go to the 3rd one. We said, we're low on time, No, you got to go. You got to go. We got there. These folks had made us a huge lunch. They fed us with fresh vegetables and things out of their garden. I'm a real picky eater. I ate things I didn't think I was going to go eat, but let me tell you, okay, I'm in for trying. We had some awesome good food, homemade. Some of you may not know hoghead cheese. In German, we call it Sülze. Homemade, oh my gosh, tempura zucchini, oh my, beans of all type, oh gosh, and fresh bread that they had baked. Oh, it was just so. This is one of their wonderful symbols as well. Lots of them wear their clothing, and the yellow and blue you saw just about everywhere. So it was really heartwarming when you saw the yellow and blue on our way driving from Slovakia back to Germany, and seeing that yellow and blue along the route as well. But as a mother, an educator, an entrepreneur, all I could think of is, how can I help? And how can I tell others this story that they can help too? And when I got back and showed them what I was able to do, I even, I went into the store and I bought, as many medical supplies in Germany as I could to take with me. And when they saw that that was possible, I had several of my Rotarian colleagues. They even just called me and said, Juanita, could you come over? We have a donation for you. We don't care what you're going to, just here's a donation for the project to continue. So bless Hyla. She is still delivering things. She delivered, we had 15 wheelchairs that we were able to deliver to the hospital from one of the hospitals. I've got some colleagues here that are in the medical field, and they are putting boxes together that we're getting ready to take back. So September 1, I'm heading back to Germany. And so right now I've got some medical supplies that I get to take. Woo, I tell you, and ladies, what you all gave me the idea, and this is, oh, Juanita, you're raising funds. And I'm like, oh, what else are you going to do? You give your personal monies, and then it gets to a point where, this is way beyond just me. And so it's wonderful that we have organizations like you guys that help people. And I was just so honored to be the very first fundraiser. LaDonna and Olivia, let me tell you, Mojo one day.
Well, Juanita, you put chill bumps down my back and arms in that story so many times. And, you're right. One person can't do it all. But, we're always saying on our 2 lives, it takes an army sometimes.
So true.
And that is, that's just it. It takes so many people, to raise one child by yourself is a lot without
Oh,
people helping. But when you have so many children that need you, you need an army. You just
I couldn't imagine having 10 kids in my house. Even if
no.
I put a couple of more bedrooms and bunk beds, I'm sitting there thinking, and you have to manage all of that.
And to feed them. Hungry kids.
And
Yeah.
break up the arguing and the fighting and keeping them busy with good stuff, educating them,
Yes.
getting them to do their manners. And, all these kids are probably from different families, so they're not
Yes.
raised with the same manners or the same outlooks in life and all the
Very
different
true.
ages. No, I raised 2 children, and that is all. That is it. That is all.
I got my 2, yeah.
That
Like
is it. I don't know how people do it with more. I don't know, and bless them,
I know.
but you know what? But it's so special to know there's people out there taking other people into their homes,
Yes.
and I hear it on the news, but to hear someone that like yourself,
Yes.
say the same thing, it means so much more than the news anchor telling you.
Right. And some of those stories, they don't really get out to the open. So just last week, Hyla did a special trip in to pick up a pregnant woman. And all I could think of is, oh my goodness, they needed to get her out. She needed special care. And so they made it possible by picking this woman up, getting her out, having a family in Germany adopt her for a while until she goes to the hospital, lined her up with a doctor, the special care she needed. So she's now in Germany awaiting, the birth of her. And I just sat there and I thought, oh my goodness. And like Hyla says, nowhere in your possible, configuration would you have ever thought, and Hyla has 3 kids of her own. Hyla's one of her children just went through cancer last year. So, you're up there and she's a photographer. She has a big business there. You're trying to keep up your business. You're trying to keep your family. And then you're taking on volunteers to go help you, go get people from Ukraine or go and help bring things. I just thought, oh my goodness. So, yeah. And, when she met some of the people, even at the border, they were just strangers. They just spoke German or whatever. They just went to the borders and all they said was, hey, they put signs up and they said, I have a room in my house for one family, or I have, I have a farm and I can take, folks for 2 rooms or what. They would just drive up and have these signs to say, and then some of the possibilities, people were worried because here you're thinking these people are doing things out of the goodness of their hearts, but then you have to worry about trafficking. So then, some people turn a good thing into a bad thing. So then you have to vet some of these folks to really, so finally somebody went there and started saying, okay, we got to organize this. These people can't just, because you have no idea who's coming and if this is for real or not, So yeah, it was, yeah. And so even though we thought we could take all the orphans out and Operation Safe Patches, we were going to take the whole orphanage and bring them over into Germany. And that's when they said, no, you can't really do that. That's like trafficking. And, you'll definitely be on CNN for that one. So, okay, we're not going to do that. So, yeah, okay. So
Yes.
if we're bringing them and their parents or a chaperone, that's okay. But no, we can't just bring the whole orphanage. So I said, okay, we'll leave the orphan homes there. We'll bring the help to them.
And I love all these stories that are coming out because, as an individual, as an entrepreneur, just always constantly asking, how can I help? How can I be of service? And I think you bring up a good point about using your business as a vehicle for good. I mean, you're
Yes.
clearly doing that and you've got some major connections. I mean, the fact that you knew of like the bus company and the drivers who had the capacity to organize this with you, LaDonna setting up homesweethometreasures.net as
Oh
a
my
vehicle
goodness.
to fundraise. I mean, this is truly like the next level of entrepreneurship, right? We're not just serving our own purposes, but we can, make an impact in our own way. So
Yeah. And my clients, while we were on the trip to India, one of my clients says, well, Juanita, you need to rebrand your company now. And I'm like, what? You're doing huge, because they heard me on the phone several times organizing stuff being sent here, there. And they said, you're doing humanitarian work. So some of your tours are just for humanitarian. And of course, here we go to India and visit this women's company, entrepreneurship, who are taking women off the street and putting them to work and doing design work, selling, they were selling blankets, clothing. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yep, I guess I never thought about that way, but I guess that's where my path has taken me. Just I guess from opportunities. And you have to be a listener sometimes, because sometimes it may be right there near you, but you didn't hear where they needed help, and you sit there and you wonder, how can I help?
And we were just saying about something else, not anything of importance like we're talking about now, but sometimes you need to hear it more than once before it really absorbs. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's my tune. That's what I need to be doing. We were just Olivia and I were just talking about this yesterday. And, we don't always hear it the first time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I would like to take this opportunity to rebrand you. EurWay Tours, volunteers. Humanitarian service. I just got it on the spot. Volunteers.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness! Wait till I tell my folks. Okay, I got a new volunteers. Okay, that is good, Olivia. You're always on top of things.
You can volunteer while you're on vacation. I think that's fabulous. Like, you can be there in Germany in October, making the shoe boxes, being part of the delivery. That's a volunteer.
Yes.
Sign me
why are we not getting these kids at the schools involved with this kind of thing? You're talking a shoebox. You're not talking about going and getting everything you're talking about putting in this box is inexpensive.
Olivia and LaDonna, I said the same thing, but mailing things sometimes can be, expensive and stuff. And I thought, oh gosh,
True.
And to explain people, a little something in the shoebox. So guess what? My Rotary Club here at Pensacola Sub-West Rotary, we have an adopted school called Global Learning Academy. And we just did the teacher appreciation. And while I'm sitting there, Olivia, I'm thinking, how can I get them involved, right? Okay. Kid. Oh, so guess what they're doing? So I said, I know y'all just started school, but can I get y'all kids to do something for me? I said, I just need drawings. If I could get a drawing from the children to another child in Ukraine that just says smile, a happy heart, or we're thinking about you, or praying for you, or something, I said that drawing could send art is always a way that, so the Global Learning Academy in Pensacola is drawing beautiful pictures the children are doing. And so I'm taking those with me to put into the boxes.
So we need to get everyone doing this. When I was a teacher a million years ago, we always did that for Granddad Day, Grandma Day, Dad Day. We always did it for, the veterans for Veterans Day. So why not do it for something like that?
Very true. Very true. Oh my goodness. Oh, any opportunity
to put a smile on anyone's face.
So congratulations, Juanita. You now have a new division of EurWay Tours, volunteers. I really would love to. I really would love to learn more about how you even got involved with the Rotary Club, right? So many of our people who may be listening are not familiar with the Rotary Club. Can you just give a very brief kind of summary of what that is about and how you got involved and what does it do for a community?
You used to always see that symbol for the Rotary Club.
The wheel, right? The
wheel, yes. And when you see that symbol, usually it's in the beginning of your town and you wonder, Rotary was started way back, and it was started mostly for business and men. But now Rotary encounters women, Rotary, and I was invited in for I joined the International Rotary Club in Stuttgart, Germany. And the language there was English, so it was easy, but that club was 50% German and the other 50% from other nationalities. And all I knew was their motto is service above self. And so when you think about that, it's like usually people hear of Rotary and they say, oh, they helped with the polio project. And yes, that was one of the biggest funding projects ever that the Rotary Club had done in trying to get rid of polio globally. And so service before self means exactly that. You are you're volunteering in one way or the other, either through your business or personal. And so you can join a Rotary Club in your town. There are different Rotary clubs, you know, some are a lot of business people who meet early, you know, 7 o'clock in the morning before they go to work. My Rotary Club, you know, here in Pensacola, we meet at lunchtime. So once a week, we meet. And so you say, oh, wow, weekly. But the best part is also being a Rotarian, not just we go and cook at the Ronald McDonald House. We have homes that we support. You know, we have a program, REAP, folks that come out of incarceration that need assistance getting started. We have the Global Academy. We have all kinds of places where we help and get folks, you know, some help. And we raise funds for those things. And so like for us, we did a big project called Burger Battle, where we have people that come and help, and they have a burger battle, and we raise funds that way. But service before self means just that. You know, we go and help where we can. And you can join, you know, your local Rotary. You find out where they meet at or what they do, and what's the fundraisers that they work on.
That's awesome.
That is so fabulous. And I heard that when you came back, you received a Rotarian award. Do you happen to have that handy so we can just give you some big congratulations? Wow.
Here is my award. Look at that. I was not expecting this. It was the Humanitarian in Action Award for providing emergency rescue to families and orphans in Ukraine. So my Pensacola West Rotary, I was just shocked. I didn't do this for an award. It was just one of those things where can I help? What can I do?
That's amazing. I mean, so well deserved. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Award. And it's not just me. It's just not just me. I told them I take this award with Hyla and Sister Margaret. They're with me, and Darius. We were all there.
Exactly. Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm thrilled for all of you, and I'm thrilled that you'll be continuing the efforts. Like you said, there's always something more to do, right? Like you finished one segment, nope, turn the corner, there's something else to do. So
yes.
And I love that you shared the motto of the Rotary Club, the service before self. I mean, that is definitely a Mojo definition.
It is. And we always, you know, one of the other things is, you know, how can we make things better? So, you know, wherever you step in, you never know where can you make it, whether it's, you know, you get somebody else connected or whether you have a donation of funds or anything. So, and then we do other things. So October 2nd, we're going to be down here at Pensacola on the marina, and we're going to participate with the Alzheimer's Association. So we're helping raise funds for Alzheimer's. So, you know, Rotary is, you know, in every town, Rotary is different. They find where they can help and where they can assist. But Rotary is always there as one of your major humanitarian support programs.
Now, is this something you do with your husband, your children, or are you just doing this by yourself, or?
So my husband says, he tells people every time I volunteer, that means he has to volunteer. He's there with me all the time. He just didn't go with me to Ukraine. But usually he tells people that if I don't go and help volunteer with Juanita, I won't get to see her. It's always something. And my kids, LaDonna, they usually help in every way we can. So Nicole does a lot of our design work. Jason does a lot of our PR. And so they've known, they've been drug along to many of the projects we did before, because many of the times, lots of you think, where did you do your volunteer work? And many people do it from church. And that's where our children grew up, helping other people, doing things from church. And so that's where it starts, But yeah, my husband is there. He's in there now, packing the boxes of T-shirts to mail back so that we can, because the suitcases are getting full with medicine. So,
well, your husband gets voluntoed.
yeah.
Bill is voluntoed to help out.
That is awesome.
But bless his heart. Yeah, he's there and he's helping me in he's kind of my quiet background, but he'll let us know. He's our logistics guy too. He plans out the logistics of certain things. And if I'm getting ready to do something, he'll let me know whether or not, okay, no, that one's not possible, Juanita. There's a certain things you got to learn how to say no. And he'll let me know that one's questionable. Nope. Okay, let's rethink this one. You got to do this. Nope.
Well, Juanita, it's been such a pleasure just hearing your stories and reconnecting. And thank you so much for the update on the Operation Safe Passage. And we do have a surprise for you. So hang on one second. If you're just tuning in to Monday Night Mojo, we are with Juanita Harvin, owner of EurWay Tours, and now EurWay Volunteers, humanitarian service trip. And so please definitely connect with her on LinkedIn. And if you'd like to get involved and plan your next trip, this is the website for her right here, www.yourway.tours. So please make a note of that. And, we want to ask you in the audience, how can you make things better? What is it that you can do in your own way? Who is it that you can partner with? What organizations like the Rotary Club or your local churches that you can be a part of? And, start by making a difference. Start by being a better human and thinking of your fellow friends who are in need across the world. So LaDonna has prepared something very special for you, Juanita. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment. We're doing this live. So you got to close your eyes. So hang on. Keep them closed. I'm just going to get this queued up here.
Look at that wicked headband. Wow. I love that. I love pearls.
Okay. All right. Juanita, LaDonna, would you like to do the honors and count Juanita down to open her eyes?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Blast off. Up. I know this will not buy a bus, but this is all coming to you from people that purchased during the month that we did your fundraiser, and we gave back 20%, and then Home Sweet Home Treasures matched it, so it was 40%. So the $50 I know can buy some Tylenol, gauze. Please buy some gauze. I think that hit me worse than anything when you said about the gauze. We take so much for granted.
Yes. We are so blessed. And thank you, LaDonna. Thank you for taking that. Oh my goodness. Every bit will help.
That's what we always say. Every dollar helps.
Every dollar will help. Thank you. Oh, but I was just so honored that you even took that on. And when you started that saying, hey, how can we fundraise, and I thought, wow, she's going to do this with her company. This is awesome, So thank you.
It is our privilege, our honor to do this.
It will be put to good use. Thank you.
We know that. Thank you. And you know what? Maybe we can do it again sometime for a certain thing that you guys are doing. Who knows? I know this was a widespread project, but you never know what's going to be next.
Well, LaDonna, I took your initiative when you did that. And on my trip, I have my logos of my company on my T-shirts, and my other shirts. And one of my clients says, hey, we want to get some of where can we get those? We want to get those. So guess what? Today, we are debuting our new swag store. And I'm doing exactly what you did. So our new swag store starts and opens today. And we will be giving $5 donations off of every shirt or hat that you purchase that has the EurWay Tours label on it. Because I said, LaDonna did this, I can do this as well. And so with Queenborough Stores that does our logos, you can see the address there. Thank you, Olivia. And we've opened up our store, and there you can either buy T-shirts, jackets, fleece, or hats, and you can use our EurWay Tours logo. We also have another program that I do is called The Real World, What Are You Doing? Planning for Life After High School. I teach a lot of those programs and assist students getting ready to leave high school and either going into college or a career, and helping their families with their financial dreams of success. And so you could get either one of those logos, and then my company, whatever they purchase there, $5 of each purchase is going to go to our Ukraine project.
That
So
is
see
an
what you
awesome
said,
idea.
We are learning from each other, and I love it. It's,
I love
all
it.
circular, and we're so happy to support you. And, every dollar counts. And I just think it's super generous that LaDonna was able to fundraise and send that money to you. So
I'm telling you.
yeah,
And the treasures continue.
the treasures continue.
The
Indeed.
treasures continue. Absolutely. That's something that I think that every business needs to do something for others,
Yes.
just to enhance their environment. It could be
Mhm.
next door or the next country. It doesn't matter. Just something.
Exactly.
Very,
So
very
many
true.
debut items today. I mean, we debuted a new division of your business. We debuted a new swag store. So many things.
You never know what's coming to you from Monday
Mojo Monday. Oh, look, y'all have to be here.
So next up, we do have some fave items to debut as well. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for as well. So I'm going to cue this video so you guys can all see what is available. And we have a brand new fundraiser this month, right? So all month long, we have been supporting the Los Angeles Society. So please do your part to help out with that. So yes, tinyurl.com/TLAS22. So let me go ahead and cue up this video. One moment here for the fave items video.
Hello everyone. This is LaDonna with Home Sweet Home Treasures coming to you live today. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I'm here to give you just a little sneak preview of what's going on at HomeSweetHomeTreasures.net. Look at this fabulous bag. It has beautiful yellow sunflowers. Look at that, with the black quilted background. This bag does look new. Look at that, it is vintage. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this bag. Nice size bag if you're just running out to the store to get a couple of items, going to the beach, as a full-time handbag, makeup bag, diaper bag. Beauty though. It is a beauty. And then look here at this fabulous inspired creation, vintage pattern, Lady Liberty. All the patterns are there. All the directions are there. And then look at this fabulous plate. Now, if you did not want the ribbon around it, you can take it off very easily. It's beautiful without a ribbon, or you can add any kind of ribbon you want. Let's say you're going to use this platter for Thanksgiving. Maybe you want to leave the khaki and brown on. Maybe you want to go out and get a ribbon that has turkeys on it. Or if you're using it for your Christmas table, maybe you want to put a Christmas ribbon. Or like I said, just leave it without the ribbon. Is beautiful as well. But whoever thought about putting the ribbon through it, great idea. Absolutely great idea. Now look at this vintage young man. He is a doll. He is porcelain face, beautiful brown hair with the knitted or crocheted, this would be a knitted hat. Look at the knitted sweater with the cute brown buttons. The shirt is underneath and the shirt is not attached to the sweater. And then we have these pants. Leather brown shoes, 1982, still has the tag attached to him. He is a vintage beauty indeed. Here is another one of our small gold bags. It is a surprise bag. It will be filled with at least triple the money that you pay for the bag, which is $9.99. Only $9.99 will be filled to the top. Gifts for yourself, for your family, friends, the holidays coming up. All right, this is a holiday crafting magazine from Better Homes and Garden Creative Collection. Lots and lots of different things going on here. Great ideas. 2008 holiday crafts, 93 festive projects, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. All right, here's another craft, and it's quilting. Craft kits designed for Better Homes and Garden. Quilt pattern, Peaceful Kingdom quilt. The patterns in all directions are included. This is a pure beauty. Lots of fun going on there. And look at this beautiful blue bowl. It is not marked. It is vintage. I just don't know what collection it comes from. It is all blue glass. It has the grape and leaves design on it. The pedestal. Look how beautiful that is. No chips or cracks and pure beauty. All right, everyone. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Please come back quickly. We always have all the great deals, quality, and variety that you deserve. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Wow. Gotta have it and gotta love it.
That's right. That is right.
And the code word for today to help you shop is Ukraine.
With that code, you'll get a 15% discount on your order. And then you'll also, if you use the URL for the fundraiser, they will receive 40% off of your order as well. So there you go. You're helping yourself and someone else.
Wonderful. Woohoo!
Yes. And as always, we have the flat fee shipping, $5 in the U.S., $10 outside the U.S. No matter how big the package is, how much it weighs, you don't have to worry about it. $5 inside U.S., $10 out, which is also a huge savings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's only, 2 weeks left of this month. So get those orders in. And we would love to present a check like we did for Juanita to Sadia, the founder of the Los Angeles Society. I mean, how exciting would that be to get her on?
Yes.
Yes. And you know what? So many people don't understand what that society does. They help the teens that are on the streets, teens that don't have homes, that, you know, they're separated from their families for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. They're living on the streets. They need clothing. They need school supplies. So try to help. And if you can't purchase something, then share the link. Every dollar helps. There's something for everyone. And if for some reason you don't find something, the gift cards also help. And the gift cards start at only $5.
And remember, LaDonna is now introducing those grab bags, surprise grab bags. So you can choose the large or the small. And that's just me filled with so many little goodies. It's a ready-made gift, like ready to go.
Or several gifts, because whatever you can't use, don't want to use, you can use for gifts. Donate it. And I'm giving out a bracelet that has wings on it for free with every purchase going to the society. So grab those bracelets. I have several bracelets still left. So I would love for you to have one to wear to represent those angels.
Yes, I mean, the bracelets are super cute. It does have the angel wings charm on it, and so it's very symbolic.
Yes. And again, if you don't want the bracelet, then, the holidays are upon us. Instead of buying gifts that someone may not want, buy gift cards.
Yes.
And you don't do anything. I just need email addresses and they electronically get those gift cards. Can go anywhere. You don't have to mail them. You don't have to do anything. So, and they start out as simple as $5. So
Excellent.
a lot of companies that do this, they start at $20, $25. And sometimes that's too much for someone to spend on a gift.
Right. Oh,
Excellent.
great idea.
We're always cooking up some ideas, Juanita. On Monday Mojo or Throwback Thursday, we're always cooking something up.
Always.
Never stop.
I'm unique.
I'm going to have to get one of those surprise bags because, I'm always donating door prizes for meetings and stuff.
Oh,
And
that's perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Because I guarantee you, if you pay $29.99 or $9.99, you're going to get at least triple the value in those bags. Because I'm going to stuff those bags.
That'd be amazing, Juanita, because you go to those ABWA meetings all the time. You got the sorority club meetings all the time. You've got your Rotary Club all the time. You got your travel tour business groups all the time. So you need these gift bags as door prizes.
Yes.
I'll be on the computer later.
And use the code. Use the Ukraine code.
I'm going to get my code. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. And, it's been a pleasure working with you. And I hope we can work together again. Because I know we're always wanting to help, give, whatever, And even though we can't buy an entire vest, maybe that'll help buy a pocket on the vest. You never know.
And LaDonna, if I may, make sure you're putting your Home Sweet Home Treasure sticker on these bags.
Oh, always.
You need
always.
Oh, yes.
With lots of extra cards.
Yeah.
And you got to remember too, you're getting a swag package because we have our swag program. So every time you get a package, you're getting free goodies from all the companies that send me their swag.
Exactly.
Oh.
I can't remember everything you got, Olivia, but you got discount codes for printing. You got a shoehorn. You got a
Post-it notes.
Post-it notes. You got all kind of things just free because businesses send me all of their items, and then I, in turn, put it all in a little gift bag.
Well, I'm looking forward to my box then because I ordered something last week, so I can't wait.
So remember, your code is valid all of tonight. So all of Monday night, go ahead and shop, and all through Tuesday, midnight Central Standard Time. So keep that in mind. And if your code expires, you'll just have to wait until Thursday.
Exactly. But hey, so think about it. $29.99, 15% discount, plus the 40% that goes out to the fundraiser. So you're helping yourself, someone else, you're getting that discount. And I always, like I told my girls, our taxes here in Texas is 0825. So the way I always told them, if you get a 10% discount, that's paying the taxes. Your taxes are free plus a little more. So if you're getting 15%, you're paying your taxes and a little more. So, you're saving so much money.
Exactly. All right. We are getting to the end of our show. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, this hour just flew by. So before we leave, I do want to give some shout outs to our amazing audience participation who are submitting their recipes. I mean, all month long of August, it's National Picnic Month. So LaDonna, I think you've got some recipes you want to recognize. So hang on one second.
Yes, we are getting so many recipes in, and I'm so glad we're going to put all these together and have a virtual recipe book.
All right. So if you're wondering how to get the recipes in, and you want to get your recipes in because each recipe gets put into a cookbook, digital cookbook, and your name gets entered into a special drawing. So it's a $5 gift card giveaway. So you can email LaDonna, email me, message us, direct message us, comment in the live stream, you name it. You can find us.
Yes.
All right. And shout out to Kayla Lee.
Oh,
Asparagus quiche. I bet that is so yummy because if you read all the ingredients in there, even if you don't love asparagus, you're going to love it after you do this one. I already made this recipe. Absolutely love it.
Nice. So thank you so much, Kayla Lee. I mean, this looks like an easy to do recipe and can't wait to try it. And next we've got Christy.
Oh, yes. Christy is my daughter, and she makes these fabulous pinwheels. And there's all kind of flavors, but her favorite is the Italian pinwheel. So easy, so creamy and yummy. And it's not any off the wall. You have to go run to 6 stores to get the ingredients.
That's what we like. We like it easy.
Yes. Sometimes you look at a recipe and you got to go to all these specialty stores to get the ingredients, and it just, you're too tired to make it when you get home. So.
Exactly. So keep those recipes coming. We'd love to hear from you, and we love to put LaDonna into the test in the kitchen. I think she tests every recipe just to make sure it's user friendly.
Yes. I love experimenting. And, it's kind of like Juanita was saying, it's like, you want to do your recipes and then you want to tweak it a little bit to make it yours. Just because you get a recipe out of a book or off of Google or wherever, it may not be to your tasting. So you tweak it a little bit.
Exactly. And we're waiting for Juanita's recipe. So stay tuned for that. On Throwback Thursday, we're going to be featuring her recipe. She does something amazing with poached pears.
Yes.
So you'll have to stay tuned and listen to that episode on Thursday.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Keep sending us your comments. Get the recipes in. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and we will.
Excellent. So thank you again, Juanita, for being on here today. Please, everyone, get in touch with Juanita. You can find her on LinkedIn. So please connect with her on LinkedIn. This is her link right here. She posts some amazing travel tips almost weekly. So fun facts, travel tips. Join her next adventure. You can go to EurWay.Tours to find out more information. And then please go ahead and check out the new swag store. So here's the link to the swag store once again. Ta-da! Awesome. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Juanita, once again. And let's stay in touch. So let's keep us posted about the Christmas boxes.
Yes, we'll do. Thank you, ladies. So appreciate it.
Excellent.
Bye.
Thank you, Juanita.
Bye, everyone.
So stay tuned for some announcements. Here we go. We're going to take this off. Announcement time. All right. So all month long of August, we are fundraising with the Los Angeles Society. Please remember to shop this link, tinyurl.com/TLAS22. And so this is an important fundraiser for us. We would love to just, put service before self, really following through with that motto. And you can do your part too. Hey, we're looking for reviews. So Home Sweet Home Treasures is a small business woman entrepreneur. So we are aiming for 5 stars. Please check this link that you see on the screen and submit a review. So if you've bought from us, if you've liked our shows, if you found our content helpful on Monday Night Mojo or even Throwback Thursday, please send us a review and share this link out. Support local businesses. And lastly, one important reminder from LaDonna, it's all about you. Yes, you. At Home Sweet Home Treasure, she aims to please, always striving to give you the best value, quality, and variety that you deserve. It is her pleasure to give you all the best customer service on all of your new with tag, new, and vintage items. So lots of hugs for this week and lots of love as we learn and work together to save our earth one landfill at a time. Be kind to one another. Remember, it's all about the journey. Thank you so much for joining us today for Monday Night Mojo. Have a fantastic week.